Morning class and morning sergeants. Today I'll be going with my CIT video. My task number is the following: 071 Charlie 0 Mike 1015, which is locate an unknown point on the ground by resection. You can reference this task number in Warrior Skill Level Book 1 and 2. Also, you can get more information on the subject on TC 3-25.26. The conditions for today are: you are a member of a squad or team conducting tactical operations and have a requirement to determine the squad's and team's current location. You have a 1/50,000 scale military map, a magnetic compass, a military protractor, a pencil, paper, and an item to use as a straight edge. There are at least 2 well-defined points on the ground that can be located on the map. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Mach 4. Standards: determine the grid coordinates of the unknown point to within 100 meters. Include the 2-letter 100,000 meter square identifier using either the map and compass method or the straight edge method. The risk for today is low, but be mindful of your surroundings. There could be animals in the area. Be mindful of tripping hazards. If you feel sick or anything like that, you can talk to me or an SJL. If there's an emergency, also contact me, SJL, or the appropriate emergency services. If the police department or fire department comes here and they tell us to leave the building or evacuate, please follow orders from them. Now that we're done with that, I will go perform the task for today. Watch carefully as I do, class. Okay, class. Now I conducted my task, which is I have found my current location by using 2 other locations to do resection. Now I will teach you how I did the following so you can do the same and you can get practice. So the equipment you need are the following. First, you will need a map, of course, by 50,000 scale. You will also need 2 locations that you know the points of on the map. So right here I have marked point A and point B, and there are 2 buildings. And after that, also I would need a protractor, a string in the middle of the protractor. You can use any type of string, gut of 550, it doesn't really matter. But the smaller the string, the better, the more accurate it will be. You will need a fine tip mechanical pencil. Don't use pen because you can't erase if you make mistakes. You would need a compass, and you would need math skills. So this is how I did it. This is how I did it. First, you will find 2 points on the map that you already know. So point A and point B. So you will grab your compass. You can do 2 methods with your compass. You can either do the point cheek method, which I did the following. Point cheek method, or you can keep it as flat as possible in the palm of your hand and point at point A. So you will look at point A, find degrees. So for my instance, point A was 100 degrees. So I will put 100 degrees for point A. Point A equals 100 degrees. This is why paper will come in handy, but today I'll be doing a whiteboard. So point A, 100 degrees. Next, I will find point B with my compass. So same thing, hand and cheek, or lay flat and point right at your target. I recommend the hand and cheek, just be mindful of metal because it can affect the compass. You put it down, find it. So point B, my degrees is 133 degrees. So point B, 130 degrees. So you don't need your compass anymore, so you can put that away. So after you find the degrees, that is the magnetic degrees. Now you would have to convert it to the map degrees. In order to do that, you would go over here to your key, and it will tell you right here, GM angle. The GM angle is 12.8 from grid to magnetic. It says to convert to magnetic azimuth to grid azimuth, you would subtract the GM angle, which is 12.8. So that's what I did. So 100 minus 12.8 equals 87.2. You would do the same thing with point B. 133 degrees minus 12.2 equals 122.2 degrees. So now it is at the grid degrees. Now, once you do that, you're going to have to find the back azimuth. And the reason you need to find the back azimuth because the degrees that you're looking at is going past the target, but you're trying to get it come back to you so you can find your current location. So that's why you would have to find the back azimuth. In order to do that, it's pretty simple. So if the degree is less than 180 degrees, you would add 180 degrees. If the degrees is greater than 180 degrees, you will subtract 180 degrees. And that is because on the compass, you have 360 degrees. So if you're doing a back azimuth, which is the opposite, so you would subtract 180 or add 180, just depending if you're less than 180 or greater than 180. For today's example, we're both under 180, because it's 87.2 and 122.2, which are both under 180. So because it's less than it, you would add 180. So 87.2 degrees plus 180 degrees is 267.2 degrees. 122.2 degrees plus 180 degrees equals 307.2 degrees. Now that we have the back azimuth degrees, this is when we can go to our protractor, our pencil, and you can use a ruler or paper as long as it's straight, has a straight edge. So for now we would go to point A. So you would put the middle of your protractor where the little hole is at. You would put it directly on point A. You would get your string. You would put your string in the middle of that. You would put it directly over your target or point. And then from that, you would put the string on whatever degree you got, which was 267.2 degrees. So you will find 267.2 degrees, which is the following. You will hold the string there, and that is when a ruler or a straight edge will come in handy, which I got a piece of paper for today. You will line it up with that string. Then you can remove the protractor. You grab a mechanical pencil, and then you draw a straight line down the straight edge. So that is from point A. Next, you will repeat the same thing for point B. So, grab your protractor, put the string in the middle of your hole, put it over your second point, which mine is point B, which is the school right here. We will find the degrees, which is 307.2 degrees. So you would go on your protractor, good 307 degrees. Find your straight edge, put it under your protractor, try not to move the paper. Try not to move the string, try to get that paper as perfectly lined as you possibly can. After that, you can remove your protractor and string, you grab your mechanical pencil, and you draw another straight line. Then you can remove your ruler or straight edge paper. After, you will see the 2 points will have an intersection. And that intersection will be your current location. And then from there, you can find your coordinates as close as you possibly want. And that's how you find an unknown point on the ground by resection according to task number 071 Charlie 0 Mike 1015. Do you have any questions, class? If there is no further questions, I will let you guys practice this task. I will be here to answer any questions and help you along the way. I'll be walking by to check your work and see how you're doing. 10 minutes have passed. Okay, class, I have gave you 10 minutes to practice on this assignment, on this task. Does anyone have any further questions before we move on? No? Okay. Now that you have conducted a task, I will have to assess you to make sure you are trained on this task. Or if you need more work, more practice, or if you just need another class again to relearn it. So we'll go to so the performance measure for today will be identify your location on the map by resection using the map and compass method. And when you do that today, I'm going to give you 10 minutes. I will give you 5 minutes to be evaluated on your task. When you're being evaluated, here it is, I will be using a hands-on evaluation sheet, which looks like the following, which is the DA form 5164 Romeo. This is a pass or fail event, like the following. The performance steps for today is you will orient the map on a flat surface using the compass. Identify at least 2 well-defined points on the ground. Mark these well-defined points on the map. Plot the back azimuth of these points on the map. Identify the point where the lines intersect at your location, and then from there you can determine the coordinates to this location to your desired accuracy. I will give you 5 minutes to conduct this, and afterwards I will evaluate you and see how you got. It'd be a pass or fail. So after that, I will determine if your proficiency, which is TPU. T will be trained. P means you're proficient, like you need a little practice, like you'll get it over time. We go over it every now and then. Or U for untrained, which means we should conduct this class again on a later date. So you can redo it and then you can relearn it. I will give you 5 minutes to do it, and then I will check your work. 5 minutes have passed. All of you today got a T, which was trained. So I do not have to reevaluate any of you in this class again. After this class, I will report to the leadership of all the assessments and what you guys got today, which was trained. Now will be for the closeout for the training, which we will have to account for all our equipment, which are the following. We must account for our ACHs, our eye pro or glasses if you have prescription glasses. You will account for your gloves. They give you your civilian, like Army gloves or Army issue gloves from CIF. Your IBA, IOTV, or plate carrier with your mag pouches and magazines with all your equipment attached to it. OCPs and any SI you have, which could be weapons, nods, so on and so forth. We're going to conduct the AR today. So we're going to conduct what was supposed to happen, what did happen, what didn't happen, and improvements and sustains. So what was supposed to happen was, what we're supposed to do today was locate an unknown point on the ground by resection according to task number 071 Charlie Oscar Mike 1015. What did happen? We conducted the task for today. What didn't happen? Nothing didn't happen that wasn't planned for. Improves or sustains. I will ask you guys for your improves and sustains. Does anyone have an improve or sustains for today? Nope? Okay, cool. The AR is now complete. We're going to go over the risk assessment again. The risk assessment overall today was low. There was no emergencies, no one tripped, no one got hurt. So good job for today. I'm going to conduct final inspections on your equipment to make sure everything is good. And we also need to close out the training site, so everyone has to look around you to make sure you pick up your trash, not leaving behind any equipment. Make sure you clean up your maps. Make sure check on your battle buddies to make sure they didn't leave class any trash either. And that is it for today. Thank you, class, for listening to my CIT video, and have a great day.